morning and welcome to the first Eye of the Tiger this spring semester. I'm Emma Watson.
And I'm Connor Olson-Donahue.
With the strain of the new COVID variant, staff have been spread thin as many leave for illness.
It's been tough. We're holding it together on a shoestring. We're hoping that this surge kind of comes down. Right now, there's been some talk that things might be starting to plateau, and then maybe just starting to trend down, which we're crossing our fingers that'll happen. Staff, we've had staff go out, staff come back, and we're hoping that we can get more staff back sooner.
For many students, VAPA and AVID classes are only taken for graduation requirements, but for some, it can mean a higher form of achievement. We go to Gigi Pagel with the story.
For students graduating soon, VAPA and AVID chords are a huge focus and have been very impactful on their elective choices throughout the years. Senior Sophia LAVIN has centered her attention on a VAPA chord and heavily recommends it.
I took all 4 art classes, and then currently I'm in the AP art class. I just always have been a very creative person, so that's just where my interest will take me.
Art teacher PATRICIA LEONG highly suggests striving towards a chord as well.
A VAPA chord is a chord that we created about 7 years ago to celebrate the students who commit to an art program. It's kind of similar to a sports or any other. They had awards for students going above and beyond. So the VAPA chord, you have to take a sequence of art, so 1 through 3, and then do 1 course outside of your area.
Not only are chords offered, AVID teacher Dean GADWAY extends a wider range of items other than just a chord.
The AVID regalia are the various items AVID students receive for completing the continuum of AVID classes. Usually every student receives at least a pin or a certificate, and then we have a varying number of students who receive a chord or a stole.
Chord applications are due by Tuesday, April 8th.
Now we go over to Jackson Hooker with sports. Good morning and welcome to this Friday's edition of EOTSN. I'm Jackson Hooker. Last Wednesday, RHS football announced that John Kimball is the new head JV coach. Coach Kimball has been a part of JV staff for the last 3 years, serving as a lineman coach and a linebackers coach.
I could see him winning some games for them for sure because, like I said, he has experience with McDowell. McDowell, he'll always help out, and I think he will have the defense on lock too. So.
In other sports news, the varsity baseball team went paintballing over the weekend. We go to Ryan Irvine with more on the story.
The varsity boys baseball team took a trip to Capital Edge Paintball Park in Sacramento in order to have some fun and loosen up before the start of the season. Senior Max Wiles and Junior Brady Ronaldo feel it was a great opportunity for the team.
It created a team bonding experience. We all got to know each other better, create more friendships and relationships, be more comfortable with one another for the upcoming season. It just creates team chemistry, and that will help us a lot throughout the upcoming season.
It was a great experience. It was a great bond. Teammates were fighting. It was great. When balls are flying at you, you just got to take them or dodge them.
The team played several different styles of the game, all with different strategies. Wiles felt that the attackers and defenders was the most enjoyable.
So basically, it was really cool. The site we went to had like a built castle, and a team had to stay in the castle and shoot the defenders who were running up and had to try and get to the castle. If one person gets there, the attackers win. If you don't get there in a 2-minute limit, the defenders win.
Let's go! Ronaldo also recreated his moves he used during the game. He felt that these moves helped him stay alive longer by avoiding his opposing teammates.
Basically what I just did there was a front rollover to a back straight somersault. Bop, 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 they're all gone.
However, the foggy, wet, and cold conditions made it difficult for the players like Junior Parker HELLEKSON to move around the map.
I was on some Call of Duty stuff, you already know. I was running, sliding behind walls, pelting people, you already know. I was running, and you already know, I went boom, just right on the ground, just KO'd.
Many players were painted up, however HELLEKSON felt one stood out.
Chris Gibson, this dude got a lot of paint on him too, especially before the match. We got a lot of paintballs, we were already pelting Chris before the match.
HELLEKSON feels that times like these help prepare them for the long season ahead.
This team's a lot different than last year. I think we're a lot closer this year than our team last year. and I really think that's what's going to help us win this season, is us just being close. I think a lot of the seniors are very close together, and honestly, I think by the time we get to the end of the season, we're going to be ready for Wood Creek, and you already know, Wood Creek K, baby.
For scores this week, boys basketball lost to Bella Vista 69-44 Tuesday night. Tuesday boys soccer tied Antelope 1-1, and Tuesday girls soccer beat Antelope 2-0. Boys basketball is 12-9 and 3-2 in league, including a massive 67-53 home win over Wood Creek. Girls basketball is 2-1 in league. Boys soccer is 2-5-1 in league, and girls soccer is 4-2-1 in league. And that's on your home for Roseville High School sports, top plays, breakdowns, and more at Tiger Sports Network, EOTSN. And now we go over to entertainment.
Thanks, Jackson. Over winter break, there were a lot of different releases. Book of Boba Fett was released straight to Disney+, and fans were very excited to see what actually happened to probably the most famous bounty hunter in the Star Wars franchise. Boba is played by Tamara Morrison, who most people will recognize as the actor who played Jango Fett in Attack of the Clones. In the Wizarding world, Harry Potter's 20th anniversary return to Hogwarts dropped on New Year's Day on HBO Max. It was exciting to see the characters return to their home and where they grew up. It's not another movie like the previous 8. Instead, it's a documentary, kind of reliving the actors' experience on being set and filming the movies. Going back to the TV industry, Cobra Kai Season 4 was released on Netflix, and it picked up where Season 3 left off. If you haven't seen Cobra Kai yet, but you are a fan of Karate Kid, I definitely recommend watching Cobra Kai, as it brings back all the main characters along now with their children. In other entertainment news, a new kind of technology was the main piece for Christmas this year, the Oculus Rift. This virtual reality headset is amazing. When you put this on, you are in a completely different world, and there are so many different genres of games that you can play. Although this is not a brand new piece of technology, it was a very big hit this year for Christmas presents. If you know anyone who has one of these, go try it and you will be very, very impressed. Make sure to go follow the A&E account on Twitter and Instagram at EOT Arts. And now we go back to news.
Thanks, Chris. Some Roseville High School seniors have started their own rec basketball team. We go to Colin Wright with the story.
The 916ers started playing basketball for fun in early November. Eventually, this led to the team taking the game more seriously, having the first game occurring 2 weeks ago on January 7th. Towards the beginning of the game, the 916ers were filled with hopeful optimism that they would secure a victory, with dominant performances by Brennan Bass and Ryan Irvine.
Right now, we got the Ryan Irvine show. Half the start, he put up 8 points. Hope for a good rest of the game, and 916ers should bring in the win.
Unfortunately, the 916ers did not end up winning the game, and attributed their losses to the other team putting in an actual Yuba City basketball player in the fourth quarter.
I think if you didn't come in, we would have won that game. We played hard. Sometimes you just win some, you lose some.
The team did eventually come out with a win the week after with a score of 30-25, with strong performances by Ryan Graydon, Andrew Lucero, and Max Wiles. The 916ers will continue to make shots and play with heart for themselves, their fans, and for their coach, Jackson Richards.
And I couldn't be prouder of my guys, honestly. Fought their hearts out till the very end. They had to put in an actual, competent basketball player to compete with them, which says a whole lot about this team. Love these guys. Back at it next game.
You can find the 916ers at Hardwood Palace every Friday at 9:15.
That's it for us today on Eye of the Tiger.
And remember, we're always on at eyethetigernews.com. See you next time.